Hello there, welcome to this episode of DM tutorials series of videos. Today's topic is Hicksian substitution effect. Now price effect has two parts. One is substitution effect and the other is income effect. Substitution effect happens due to change in relative prices of the commodities, and income effect takes place due to change in real income of the consumer. Now, Hicks and Slutsky took two different approaches to identify the substitution effect. In this video, we will learn the Hicksian substitution effect, that is the approach of Hicks towards substitution effect. And in another video we will learn how Slutsky approached. Now look at this diagram. Say AB1, AB2 and AB3 are three budget lines for successive fall in price of X, price of Y and money income of the consumer remain unchanged. As price of X falls and money income and price of Y remain unchanged, the real income of the consumer increases and the consumer moves to successively higher budget lines, that is AB1, AB2 and AB3. Accordingly, he moves to higher indifference curves and higher equilibrium points. This is IC1, this is IC2 and this is IC3. Say this is P, this is Q and this is R. If we join these lines, we get PCC, that is price consumption curve. So change from here to here, then here to here happens due to change in price of X, that is fall in price of X. Now Hicks and Slutsky both emphasized that a consumer purchases more of a commodity just because the price of that commodity has fallen. This is called substitution effect. And because of his real income has increased, he purchases more of the commodity or more of both the commodities. So substitution effect originates from changes in real income, changes in relative prices, I beg your pardon, changes in relative prices and income effect takes place due to change in real income. And price effect is sum of these two. Now with another diagram we'll try to learn how Hicks approached this. So I am erasing this part. I am erasing this part to proceed further. Alright. So say on X we measure quantity of X and on y-axis we measure quantity of y. Say B is the initial budget line and the consumer is in equilibrium at point P. This is point P. Is consuming OX1 units of X and sorry, OY2 units of Y. Now, as the price of X falls, without any change in price of Y and money income of the consumer, let the budget line be like this. Say this is B1. So, with falling price of X, price of Y and money income remaining unchanged, the real income of the consumer increases and the consumer moves to a higher budget line AB1. Price of Y has remained unchanged. So he moves to higher indifference curve because now he wants to increase his satisfaction because there has been increase in his or her real income. So he will move to here. Say this is point Q. So he consumes OX2 of X and OY2 of Y. Okay. Movement from P to Q price effect. Now Hicks postulates that suppose the increase in his real income due to fall in price of one commodity is taken back from the person, the consumer. The increased real income is withdrawn from the consumer so that the consumer falls back on the earlier indifference curve. So, due to withdrawal of the increased real income, the budget line AB1 will shift parallelly towards left and it will be tangent to the original indifference curve. Okay. Yeah. Price of X has fallen. Price of Y and money income of the consumer remain unchanged. The consumer was initially in equilibrium at point T on budget line AB and indifference curve IC1. Now, as a result of fall in price of X, without any change in price of Y and money income of the consumer, the new budget line is AB1 and the consumer moves to higher indifference curve IC2 and higher point of equilibrium Q. So this movement from P to Q, that is increase in purchase by X1, X2 is price effect. Now Hicks postulates, suppose his increase in real income is withdrawn from him so that the consumer comes back to the initial indifference curve. So we draw our new budget line. Say this is CD, which is tangent to the original initial indifference curve IC1, say point R. So here is consuming, say X3 X3 units of X and Y3 units of Y. Correct? So this movement from P to Q is price effect. This has taken place in two stages, that is P to R, then R to Q. This P to R is substitution effect. That is, the consumer has purchased more of X just because relative price of X has fallen. There is no increase in his real income in this budget line. Still the consumer is purchasing more because X has become relatively cheaper compared to Y. So P to R is substitution effect and R to Q is income effect. Why? Because in reality his real income has not been taken back. Now suppose his real income is given back to him. So he goes to this budget line AB1 and reaches here. So R to Q happens due to increase in real income. In terms of quantity purchased, X1, X2 is price effect. X1, X3 is equal to substitution effect. And X3, X2 is equal to income effect. Okay. This is all about Hicksian approach to substitution effect. So we have learned how price effect is divided into substitution effect and income effect according to Hicksian approach, where the consumer is initially in equilibrium at point P, that is the point of tangency between AB and indifference curve IC1. As price of X falls without any change in price of Y and money income of the consumer, the budget line, new budget line becomes AB1. The consumer moves to a higher indifference curve IC2 and higher point of equilibrium Q. So this movement from P to Q has taken place due to change in price, that is due to fall in price of X. Now it has taken place in two stages. P to R is substitution effect and R to Q is income effect. Okay. This is all about Hicksian approach to substitution effect. I believe you have enjoyed this video. Please like our channel, subscribe our channel, and please do send comments. Your queries, your comments will enrich us, will motivate us to provide better videos and more purpose specific videos. Okay, so please be in touch, and please, once again I am telling you, please subscribe our channel and please like our channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Stay well.